My friends, I'm already 88 years old, and every night I sleep soundly. No tossing and turning, no worries, no staring at the clock thinking, why can't I fall asleep? Many people ask me, sir, what's your secret to sleeping so well at this age? I just smile. The truth is, sleep is much like life. If you learn to live lightly, it will come naturally, without force. When I was younger, I had sleepless nights too, worrying about work, family, and the future. But I realized that worrying solves nothing. It only drains you. Instead of dwelling on things I couldn't change overnight, I learned to set them aside, like putting a book on a shelf to continue reading the next day. Now, I don't bring my worries to bed. I cherish every moment of my day so that when night falls, I can close my eyes in peace. Want to sleep well? Learn to live lightly. Today, I'll share how I do that. 1. Don't take your worries to bed. I've learned one important lesson. If you carry worries into your sleep, you won't sleep at all. I'm not just saying this because I read it somewhere. I learned it firsthand. When I was younger, I had nights where I lay awake, stressed about making ends meet. I worried about feeding my family, paying off debts, and whether work would go well. I thought the more I worried, the more motivated I'd be to solve my problems. But that wasn't the case. The more I worried, the less I slept. The less I slept, the more exhausted I became. And the more exhausted I was, the harder it was to handle things the next day. I was stuck in a cycle without even realizing it. One day I asked myself, has anyone ever solved a problem just by lying in bed worrying? The answer, of course, was no. So why was I torturing myself? That's when I changed. Every night before bed, I remind myself, I'll deal with it tomorrow. Now is the time to rest. I've trained myself to let go of heavy thoughts before lying down. If something really weighs on my mind, I write it down, putting it on paper so it stays there, not in my head. When I do this, I feel lighter, as if I've set my burdens aside to carry them with a clearer mind the next day. My friends, life gives us plenty to worry about, but that doesn't mean we must hold on to everything, even while we sleep. Give yourself a little peace, a little calm, before you close your eyes. Because tomorrow, when you wake up, you'll need your strength and a clear mind to continue your journey. 2. A healthy body leads to better sleep. If elderly people don't stay active, they won't sleep well. Our bodies are like clocks. If we don't let them run properly, they'll start malfunctioning. When I was younger, I thought that as I aged, I should rest more and do less. But I soon learned that avoiding movement only made me feel more tired, achy, and worst of all, restless at night. On days when I sat around doing nothing, I'd struggle to sleep, feeling uneasy and fatigued. But on days when I moved, tending to my garden, taking a walk, I'd fall asleep the moment my head hit the pillow. Even now, at 88, I keep an active routine. Every morning, I take a walk around the neighborhood. I don't walk fast or push myself too hard. I just stroll, breathe in the fresh air, admire the trees, and chat with my neighbors. I also enjoy gardening, watering plants, tending to vegetables, small tasks, but they keep me moving. My friends, do you know what? These little activities make me feel strong, give me purpose, and most importantly, help me sleep better at night. Another thing, I never nap for too long. I used to take hour-long naps, but then I struggled to sleep at night. Now I only rest for about 20 to 30 minutes, just enough to recharge without disrupting my nighttime sleep. My friends, if you want to sleep well, keep your body moving. Don't let age make you lazy. A strong body and a light heart will naturally bring good sleep. 3. Diet also affects sleep. When I was young, I could eat and drink anything without a second thought. I could sip on a late-night coffee, eat until I was stuffed, and then fall asleep without a care. But as I got older, I realized that those habits were the very things that disrupted my sleep, causing me to toss and turn through the night. So, I learned to make adjustments to improve the quality of my rest. First, there are 2 things I absolutely avoid in the evening: tea and coffee. When I was younger, I enjoyed sipping a cup of tea after dinner. But over time, I noticed that no matter how tired my body was, my mind remained alert, making it difficult to fall asleep. So, I gave up that habit completely. Coffee is the same. While it helps wake us up in the morning, drinking it in the late afternoon or evening is like inviting an unwelcome guest to disturb our sleep. If any of you still have this habit, try giving it up for a few days. You'll notice the difference immediately. Another thing, I never eat too much before going to bed. When I was young, I could eat a heavy meal and fall asleep just fine. But now, if I have too much red meat, fried food, or starchy meals at night, my stomach feels sluggish and uncomfortable all night long. That's why my dinners are simple. A bowl of light soup, a plate of steamed vegetables, some grilled chicken, or a slice of whole grain bread with almond butter. Eating lightly keeps my stomach at ease and helps me sleep better. And if I feel a little hungry at night, I don't snack on just anything. Instead, I drink a warm glass of milk or a cup of herbal tea, like chamomile or peppermint. These not only help me relax but also warm my stomach, making it easier to drift off to sleep. See, sometimes, just small changes in our habits can greatly improve our sleep. I truly believe that when we listen to our bodies and take care of them properly, sleep will come naturally, like a trusted old friend. 4. Keeping a calm mind before bed. Good sleep is not just about the body, it's also about the mind. Many people struggle with sleep because their thoughts are consumed with news, worries, and stress. But for me, I follow a few simple habits that help me sleep soundly every night. First, I don't watch negative news before bed. There was a time when I used to turn on the TV to watch the news every evening. Reports of accidents, crime, and natural disasters. My mind would be filled with heavy thoughts, making it impossible to fall asleep peacefully. Then I asked myself, does this help me sleep better? The answer was no. So, I stopped. Instead, I choose to spend my evenings with more peaceful things. Rather than scrolling through my phone or watching TV until late at night, I prefer to read a few pages of a book. Not business or political books, just something light, inspiring, or nostalgic. Reading helps me escape reality for a while, relax my mind, and ease into sleep more effortlessly. I also enjoy listening to soft music. A gentle jazz tune or an instrumental melody is enough to calm my soul. Music has the power to soothe, to quiet the restless thoughts running through our minds. Finally, and most importantly, I always take a moment to reflect on the good things in my day, and I smile about them. Whether it was a joyful conversation, a delicious meal, or simply the warmth of the sun on my skin, I cherish these small moments. When I go to bed with a heart full of gratitude, I feel lighter, more at peace. And that's how I sleep well. 5. Accepting the rhythm of aging. When I was young, I could sleep through the night without a second thought. But as the years passed, my sleep changed. At first, I worried when I found myself waking up in the middle of the night, lying there restless, wondering if something was wrong. But over time, I came to an important realization. Sleep for the elderly is not the same as sleep for the young, and that's perfectly okay. I used to believe that a good night's sleep meant getting 8 uninterrupted hours. But the truth is, as long as the body gets the rest it needs, there's no need to obsess over the numbers. Sometimes, I wake up at 2 or 3 a.m., and instead of worrying, I embrace the quiet moment. If I find it hard to fall back asleep, I don't force myself to close my eyes. Instead, I might sit up, read a few pages of a book, take deep breaths, and simply relax. I no longer put pressure on my sleep. My body knows what it needs. Some nights, I sleep for 6 hours and wake up feeling refreshed. Other times, a short nap is enough to keep me going. The key is to listen to myself and accept that sleep evolves with age. And ironically, the moment I stopped worrying about it, I started sleeping better. My friends, just live lightly, keep your mind at peace, and take care of your body, and sleep will come naturally. You don't need to force yourself to get exactly 8 hours or stress about waking up in the middle of the night. Our bodies know what they need. If we spend our days living well, eating mindfully, moving gently, and thinking positively, then at night sleep will come as effortlessly as breathing. I know there are nights when you lie awake, staring at the clock, thinking, another sleepless night. But don't worry, start making small changes. Avoid drinking coffee too late, don't bring your worries to bed, and don't force yourself to sleep when your body isn't ready. Instead, read a page of a book, relax with a warm cup of tea, and reflect on the good things in your day. And one day you'll realize, sleep has returned, like an old friend, peaceful, gentle, and without force. If you found this advice helpful, leave a comment and share it with someone who struggles with sleep.